Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome you guys to another episode of DreamersPro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment. We give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get straight into this topic here. So as you guys know, the Lakers beat the Houston Rockets last night by 20 points to advance, right? And it's a game where people like Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins and these guys thought the Lakers were going to lose. But I thought the Lakers were going to win the series. I didn't know how, but we were making fun of the idea if LeBron were to lose. That would be crazy to be the first player to lose a 3-0 lead. But ultimately they won, right? Which I think most people thought, like, there's no way they were going to lose that series. But anyway, in the aftermath of that, and he played very well. He had 28 points, 8 assists, I think 7 rebounds. He played very well, right? So I'll give him his props there. But in the aftermath of that, LeBron fans decided to do what they normally do, which is act like a bunch of clowns, which is what they are. And I saw a post on the internet that I just couldn't believe, yo. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, it's like, yo, these dudes got a problem. So multiple accounts posted about this. We'll start with the one from I'll just talk from one. So one of them we have here. I'll put up the image here. It says this one. Yeah. First one, it says LeBron passes Jordan's franchise in all-time playoffs wins. And then if you go to the next slide, it writes 188 LeBron James playoff wins to 187 Chicago Bulls playoff wins. And the person writes, they really thought LeBron was going to lose a 3-0 lead. LeBron, MF, and James tonight, and they put all of this, led the game in scoring at 41 years old to eliminate the Rockets, the trash-ass Rockets, but whatever. So we did that. So I put up a comment there. And this comment has about 300 plus likes with 68 responses. And I wrote this. And I said, and I don't know, I think I wrote this late, so that's why I probably didn't spell it properly. Grammar wasn't correct. Anyway, I said, and still with 2 less rings with 8 more years played. Instead of put played, it was supposed to be played. And LeBron fans lost their minds in the comments. Let's read through them. But as a matter of fact, before we even get into these comments, because they're so crazy, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. All right, guys, the regular season is wrapped up and the NBA playoffs are finally here. And there's no better way to cash in on all of the high-flying hoop action than PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means when you're making lineups on PrizePicks. And here's something you didn't want to sleep on. PrizePicks has the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes going on right now. Make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during the playoffs, and you could win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. That alone is reason enough to check out PrizePicks right now. I've been making lineups on the Celtics and Lakers players, and it makes watching the playoffs so much more fun. It's simple. Just pick more or less on player projections across basketball, baseball, hockey, and more. You can even pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup with stacks. And if your picks get off to a hot start, cash out early with easy payouts before the game even ends. PrizePicks is now available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, perfect. So let's get into these comments here. So there's a lot. One person says, LeBron could take a bum team to the finals. MJ needed help to make it past the first round. Like, forgetting who he was. LeBron fans are such, like, I just gotta get, LeBron fans are freaking morons, aren't they? They talk about, oh, Michael Jordan couldn't, LeBron James couldn't overcome KD and all of these guys. It was a super team. But then don't mention the fact that Jordan was losing to the Celtics and the Pistons. Championship dynasty teams. They don't mention that because they're idiots. Or they most likely probably didn't even know who Jordan was facing in round 1. They probably heard somebody stupid like Nick Wright or somebody like this say it, and then they ran with it because they're idiots. And then to that I replied, LeBron lost with super teams. Knock it off. Then here it goes. More wins than an entire Bulls franchise, not just Jordan. And he's laughing. And it says, bro, been on super teams. I'm crying and won, and he won with them. Another guy said, MJ played against plumbers. Knock that bleep off. Acting like we can't pull tapes on his weak ass era. This is what these are the people. These are the sports fans that the Gilbert Arenas have reared. He's reared a bunch of idiots. Another guy said in response to that to me now, he says, Braun was playing against Curry. What did I tell you? Braun was playing against Curry. MJ couldn't get close to a ring in this era. They didn't even mention who Jordan was playing against. Mikhail Isaiah Thomas. They didn't mention it because they're idiots. Let's continue on. Bron been past MJ when he passed the franchise in playoff wins. NGA Reed. Another guy said, put MJ in this era. Bron, he not right now, and he not getting 6. And then the other guy said MJ wouldn't get close to a ring in this era. Another guy said he illiterate. Another guy says read it again. These guys are idiots. I'm just proving a point. Another guy said 1-9 without Pippen. Bulls were a super team. Y'all old heads is hilarious. He don't even know my age. But let's keep going. Another person said that has nothing to do with the post. It is completely meaningless when comparing LeBron's playoff wins versus the entire history of the Bulls. Why didn't they pick another franchise? They are comparing it to Michael Jordan. They even put the thumbnail, but then are complaining that I brought up Michael Jordan. When the whole purpose of putting up the post is to prove that LeBron has more playoff wins than Michael Jordan. That's what they're doing. We continue on. Another guy said, want to talk about MJ on the Wizards? Respond to me again. Just put the fries in the bag. I'll quit and quit chirping. I'm embarrassed for you. Another person said, it just went on. Man, here we go. MJ played little to no competition. And it just goes on and on and on. Another guy, MJ couldn't even win a playoff game till Pippen got there. Another person said, that helped you speak. And then it just goes on. It just goes on and on and on. An assault on our senses by ignorant, stupid people. This is the fan base that LeBron has. A bunch of idiots. Look at the people that argue on his behalf. Kendrick Perkins, Gilbert Arenas, Nick Young. Like, I don't know. I can't think of any. These are these are the people that argue. Emmanuel Acho. These are the people that argue on his behalf. Have you heard their basketball? Shannon Sharp. These are the people that he has representing them. Representing him. It's unreal just how ignorant of a fan base this is. They talk about Michael Jordan couldn't get past the first round. They don't even know who he was playing against, but then be the same ones that he couldn't win because of who LeBron was playing against. They talk about a 90s era of watered down players. If I start listing players, they'll all run and hide. Should we just list some players? Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson, Allen Iverson, Jason Kidd. Like, these are watered down players. John Stockton, Karl Malone. These are John Stockton, who leads the NBA in all-time assists. These are watered down players according to these fools. Grant Hill. These are watered down players. LeBron fans are idiots. This is the problem. You have an extremely stupid fan base that has the ability to propagate their stupidity on the internet. They are stupid people. I'm saying it. Because only stupid people say this. They don't know anything about basketball history except LeBron's nuts. That's all they know. How can you open your mouth and say the 90s was watered down and I'm listing these players for you? How do you fix your mouth to say that? If not, you're an idiot. That's the only explanation. Seriously, these people are insane as a fan base. And there's more. Wait for the next videos.